Welcome. So this is a tutorial for Autodesk Inventor on how to draw the grill for our boombox in Year 10 ITS. So first of all, we're going to go up to File and click on New. And depending on what your computer's like, make sure that you select metric and then standard millimeters IPT. So this creates a part file. Stands for Inventor. So an Inventor part file. And then come down and click on Create. And then when that comes up, this vacant area, this one's called Part 3. At the moment, I haven't saved it. So straight away, I think we'll go File, Save As, and in an area where you can get access to later on, I'm going to call mine Year 10 ITS 2021, and in here I'm going to call that grill, and it saves it as a part file. And then down here, this tab is called Grill IPT. So let's start. And to start, you need a 2D sketch. So click on Start 2D Sketch and choose a work plane. So there's three choices here, the XY, the YZ, and the XZ planes. Just choose the XZ plane, and this is where you're going to draw your 2D sketch on this work plane called the, what do I call it? It is the XZ plane. Now, just to let you know, anything that I draw on here, you'll leave a trace over here, and you can actually edit this later on. All right, so once you've gone 2D sketch and chose the work plane, we are now going to draw a rectangle. So anything here is about creating something in 2D sketch. So choose rectangle, and then click and drag, but don't click again. What we're going to do is in the where it's highlighted, we're going to type in a measurement for our grill, and our grill is 95, and I hit the tab, and then I can choose the length, which is 175, and then hit enter. I cannot see the whole rectangle, so just use your mouse wheel and scroll out, and now you can see that this is 95 by 175. Keep the mouse pointer in the middle and then zoom in or out so that you can see it better. All right, so what we're going to do now, this is our grill. We're going to finish this. Again, use the mouse wheel to go out, have a look at it, and then we're going to make it a three-dimensional shape by creating in the 3D model section. So click on extrude, and because there's only one rectangle there, it doesn't give you a choice. It's this rectangle, and we're going to move this up or down. And as you can see, when I do that, this changes over here. So I'm just going to type in 3, because that's the thickness of our acrylic that the grill is going to be. And then press OK. Now we have our blank acrylic sheet. This represents the acrylic. So what we're going to do now is put our grill here. There's two speakers going to be underneath here on our boombox. So I need to center that. To do that, I can come up here and orbit that around a little bit, and I'm going to click on the top. It automatically goes straight to 90 degrees so that I can look straight onto there. I can actually then move that around if I want up here, but I don't want to at the moment. So what we need to do now is draw on some axis lines. To do that, to draw, we need to start a new sketch and choose this plane to work on. Okay, so using my create function and in sketch mode, I'm going to use a line, and I'm going to draw a center line. The good thing about Inventor is you can, it automatically shows you where halfway is. So that green dot there is halfway, and I can come to the other side and have a green dot, or I could see where that says 90 degrees below the mouse pointer. I can also do it that way, so click on that. Although I have now gone past, but it doesn't really matter. I can, if I want to, trim that up here in modify. No, I can't. let's start again. Green dot, come over to this green dot. There it is. And now I have a center line. I'm going to have 2 more center lines for both center of the speakers. So I'm going to put one. At the moment, I don't know where they are. I'm going to go a little bit past and press escape, and then do the same thing over here. So approximately over there, and I'm going to go and press escape. And now this is going to be the center of my speaker hole. But I do know that from measuring my demo model, I know that this is meant to be 45 mil. So I come up here to the constrain area, and I go dimension, click on dimension, and then I click on that line once, and then come over to this line and click and drag it upwards, and click again, and I can change that measurement to whatever I want. So I want it to be 45, so type in 45 and then select the tick, and now that dimension is 45. That will be the center of my hole for the grill, and I'm going to do the same here. So that is dimension, select the line, come over here, select that line, come up, click again, and then type in 45. All right, now that is where my my speaker hole is going to be. I'm going to go to another sketch, so I'm going to finish this sketch and start a new sketch directly on that surface again. But this time, so now, as you can see over here, the sketch 2 will be for the access lines. Sketch 3 is what I'm about to do. There's a little drawing pin there that's saying that there's actually nothing on there yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little circle here and a little circle there with the circle tag, and I'm going to snap to that. If you can't snap to that, it's probably because it doesn't recognize it because it's in a previous sketch, but you can go project geometry and select both or the 3 axis lines, and then you should be able to snap to them, as you can see. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to draw a little circle. I'm going to go 10 mil and then hit enter, and I'm going to do the same thing over here, 10 mil, enter. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little, like a flower petal here, and then I'm going to copy it going around the center circle here. So how do I do that? I can come over and draw, I can draw any shape I like. For example, I could be like a rectangle, and I could make that go around in a circular pattern, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do something in align mode and come down to here to spline, and I'm going to do something like just a random circular, not too big, and double click and press escape, and now I've got like a pattern or a propeller, whatever you like. I'm just doing this so I can show you how I can rotate this, or actually I'm going to make a pattern and a circular pattern. Click on that. Now I'm going to choose geometry and then select the geometrical shape, and then I'm going to choose axis and click on that and come down for the axis. The axis is really this point, and as soon as I do that, it says this is where I want to put it, but I haven't chosen OK yet because I might want to change this to say 7, or I might want to change it to 8 or 9. So whatever you put in here, 11. Now if you do too many, they're going to overlap, and that's actually going to create a weak spot. So I'm thinking 9 might be as good as we want it. And if I press OK and zoom out, I can now see that I've created that pattern, this petal here, and created 9 of them. I can then hit the finish button, and that is complete. My sketch is finished, but I actually want to put a hole through each one of these petals. So to do that, I need to go to extrude and then choose in the middle. That's not going to work. Let me just tilt it a little bit. I'm tilting that by holding the shift key down and then the mouse wheel in, like that. The other way I can do that is over here. I can actually click on that box and move it around, just here. All right, so what I want to do really is select each one of these and then extrude a hole through. And I do that by clicking this, like that. Each one of these very carefully, because if I miss, I'm going to choose the pattern behind. There we go. There we go. And last of all, that one. Now, that's not finished yet because instead of adding, all right, joining, I'm going to cut or subtract. So I click on cut and it puts a hole through. How far? 3 mil. It doesn't even give you a choice. I mean, I could go less or more using this arrow here, drag it in or out, yeah. But I'm going to just type in 3 and press OK. That will now create my one side of my grill for the speaker. Now, I actually don't think this is suitable because I can actually poke my finger through the hole at the speaker. So let's change it. Come back over here, and the second extrusion was the holes through the grill pattern. We can change it by dropping down and having a look at that sketch. By right-clicking on that sketch and go Edit Sketch, I can now change that and all of them will change. And I actually want to make it thinner so I can't poke my finger through. If you can poke your finger through, it's not really an effective grill. So we want to, number one, allow air to go through and with it sound waves, and also stop little children or big children poking their finger through and damaging the speaker. The other thing I could do, if I wanted to, I could double click on the 10 and make that 8 and make that smaller. So now I have effectively changed the pattern and all of them are changed at the same time. I can press finish. There we go. I think that's a better pattern. Now what I really need to do is copy that to the other side. And there's a couple of ways to do that. One of them is to go into sketch number 3, edit the sketch. And what I could do is draw a line here and then mirror this pattern to the other side. And I think I'm going to do that. I might get rid of that. The hole, because I've got a hole over here. So, how do we do that? Let's draw a line first into the middle. And that looks pretty good. Now press escape. And now go up to mirror and choose the mirror line and press done. And nothing happens. And that wasn't supposed to happen. So let's do it again. Let's select it, mirror, mirror line, and apply. Ah, there we go. Done. All right, so now I press finish and nothing happens. Okay, what we can do is go to edit, so extrude 3, edit feature, and then press OK. No, let's go delete, deselect consumed sketches and features, press OK, and then start again. Extrude, choose the middle. Sometimes it's not very accurate, although maybe I missed. Extrude, choose the middle. Done it again. Why isn't it choosing it? Well, this time it is. This time it is. So, not sure what went wrong there. There. Now, don't press OK yet, because we're going to do this side as well. And this time it's working really well. I'm going to zoom out and zoom back in so I can see it. I haven't made any mistakes yet. Done. Now, instead of raising, I'm going to cut and press OK. How's that? All right. Made a bit of a mistake, but we recovered well. And you can do that as well. So anything that you do here and you want to change later on, you can do with this model browser. All right. So now I can see that I've done 2 extrusions. One of them I've deleted, and several sketches. So if I wanted to have a look at the first sketch, if I really wanted to, I can change that sketch by editing. All right, we're just about done. What we need to do now is put some screw holes here in the corners. So to do that, let's have a look, click on the top. There we go. And we're going to, again, start a new sketch. Choose the front surface. There we go. I can zoom out and zoom back in just to have a better look. Now what we need to do is do some grid lines. So with a line and just down. So what I really want to do is draw, press escape. So I'm going to press escape each time. I'm going to draw a line 6 mil above and below the outside. And to do that, I'm going to hit the dimension line. Click on this line. Click on that line there. Drag. Come out here again. Click and go 6. All right. If you missed that dimension line, click on the outside dimension line, the line that you just made, drag it out, click again, and type 6. All right, so now that is 6 mil above, and that is 6 mil below. Now I want to come in 10 mil. All right, so I'm going to draw another line here, and make sure it's 90 degrees. Press escape, line again, come down here, make sure it's 90 degrees parallel, press escape. And I have to dimension this 10 mil. So come up, hit dimension, hit the outside, click and drag, click again and type 10, and then enter. All right, and one more here, click, click, drag it up, click again, 10, enter. All right, now I have the centers for the holes, for the screws. So click on circle, zoom in. It should automatically see that yellow cross there. It's selecting that intersection. Click, move it out, and type 4 mil, please. 4, and then enter. All right, it looks pretty big until you zoom out, and it's just a little screw hole. And I'm going to do that here as well on all 4 corners. 4, enter. Click here, click, come out a little bit, then hit 4, enter. Click again, come out, 4, enter. All right, now I'm going to hit escape. Once you've got the holes in the right place, I'm going to hit escape and then select these and delete them. Done. Because it clouded the hole, sometimes it doesn't allow you to extrude properly. So now hit finish sketch and zoom in again and then hit extrude. All right, and choose the holes that you just made. It just did it again. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Extrude. It doesn't like that. So I'm going to tilt it on a little bit of an angle and extrude again. Why doesn't it like that? Why is that not working? All right, now it's working. I don't know what went wrong then. So I'm going to zoom in for each. Zoom out, zoom back in. It seems to be working now. All right, so I've got all 4 of those holes selected, and I'm going to press cut and 3 mil and press OK. I now have my screw holes in the corner. Now, if you want to be clever, what we really could do is chamfer those holes. All right, so zoom in here because we need to countersink those holes. So in reality, we're going to select that and let's leave it at 2 mil and press apply. Actually, not apply yet because I'm going to select the others as well. So each one of those is going to, so I'm zooming in and out, select each circle, and it will be a 2 mil chamfer on each of the holes and then press apply and cancel there, and it's done. So now I have my hole and a countersink for the screws to go through. And that is it. So make sure you save it. So go File, Save. And that's our grill made in Inventor.